Gentlemen, I want you to imagine waking up tomorrow morning with the kind of rock-solid firmness you haven't experienced in years. No prescription needed, no awkward devices, no risky medical procedures, just your own. 2 hands and a few minutes of targeted stimulation to activate your body's natural erection response. I'm Dr. Jane Miller, urologist with more than 10 years helping men reclaim their sexual confidence. And today, I'm walking you through 3 specific pressure points on your manhood and the surrounding area that can restore those automatic morning erections by improving blood flow, relaxing the critical muscles, and activating nerve sensitivity. Leave a comment below and tell me if you still experience morning erections or if they've disappeared. I'm genuinely interested in understanding how many men are dealing with this. If those automatic morning rises have been absent lately, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where these points are, the precise technique to stimulate them safely, and how often to work them for real results. Before we get into the specific locations and methods, you need to understand the mechanism behind why this actually works. Because once you understand the science, you'll realize you're not just applying random pressure. You're activating one of the most sophisticated systems in the male body. Erections aren't some random mechanical event. They're the result of incredibly precise coordination between your brain, your spinal cord, your blood vessels, your nerves, and your muscles working together. It starts with nerve signals, tiny electrical impulses that travel at remarkable speed from your brain or sensory nerves directly to the erectile tissue. Those signals tell the smooth muscle tissue inside your penis to relax, which allows blood to rush in and fill those spongy chambers, called the corpora cavernosa. As those chambers fill with blood, the veins that normally drain blood out get compressed, trapping everything inside and creating the firmness you need. Now here's where age changes everything. As the years add up, the blood vessels in your pelvic region start losing flexibility because the arterial walls become stiffer. This process accelerates from decades of normal wear and tear, low-grade inflammation, or conditions like elevated blood pressure. Stay with me, because in just a moment, I'm going to reveal the hidden spot that most men completely overlook, but controls erection strength more than anything else. Meanwhile, nerve transmission slows down, meaning those electrical signals from your brain or touch receptors don't travel as quickly or as powerfully as they used to. This combination of reduced blood flow and weakened nerve signals is the main reason why morning erections start fading once you reach 50 or 60. Targeted pressure point stimulation works because it sends an immediate signal through your entire nervous system. When you press or massage specific spots, you're activating clusters of sensory nerve endings that connect directly into reflex pathways linked to erection control. These signals don't stay local. They travel to the pelvic nerve network and even up to your spinal cord's sacral region, which is essentially erection control center. This triggers a chain reaction. Your nervous system tells the smooth muscle in your penis to relax, commands the arteries to widen, and signals blood to flow more freely. But there's more to it. Some of these points also directly influence your pelvic floor muscles, that network of muscle tissue supporting your penis during an erection and helping control ejaculation. Stimulating these muscles can improve their tone and responsiveness, making it significantly easier to maintain firmness once you achieve it. That's why pressure point work delivers a dual benefit. It helps you achieve erections more easily and helps you sustain them longer. When you press or massage the correct locations, you're essentially bypassing some of those age-related limitations and giving your erection system direct manual support. Think of it like restarting your computer when it's running slow, clearing the lag, refreshing the connection, and letting all the components work together smoothly again. Done consistently, this type of stimulation can retrain your erectile reflexes, improve vascular flexibility, and even enhance nerve sensitivity over time. Don't leave now, because coming up, I'm sharing the exact hand position and pressure level that makes the first point work effectively. The first spot we're focusing on is what I call the root zone, and it's located right where your manhood connects to your body, the exact point where the shaft meets your pubic area. To find it, run your fingers along the underside of the shaft, moving toward your body. You'll feel a slight dip or indentation, almost like a natural hinge, where the erectile tissue blends into the deeper structures anchored inside your pelvis. This spot might feel subtly different from the rest of your shaft, slightly firmer or more textured, and that's because it's a junction point for important anatomical structures. Why does this location matter so much? Right beneath your skin, here lies a concentrated network of sensory nerve endings, including branches of the dorsal nerve running along your penis, plus key blood vessel junctions feeding directly into your erectile chambers. Think of it as a control hub, where signals from your nervous system and your circulation converge. By stimulating this area, you're essentially activating both your nerve pathways and your vascular system simultaneously, encouraging better communication between your brain, your spinal cord, and your manhood. When you apply gentle but deliberate circular movements to the root zone, you're sending two important messages to your body. First, you're telling your blood vessels to open up and allow more flow, which improves circulation. Second, you're telling your nerve fibers to activate and prepare to transmit signals more efficiently. This combination prepares your erectile tissue to respond more quickly when arousal signals arrive, whether that's first thing in the morning or later in the day. Here's the proper technique. Place your thumb directly over the root zone, while your other fingers support the back of the shaft for stability. Start with moderate pressure, enough to feel the tissue beneath your thumb, but never approaching pain. Make small, slow circles, letting the warmth from your touch gradually spread through the area. As you work, you can slowly increase the firmness of your pressure, especially if you feel the tissue starting to soften and relax under your touch. You might notice a pleasant warmth, a subtle tingling sensation, or even a sense of fullness beginning to develop. Those sensations are your body signaling that blood flow is increasing and your erectile tissue is becoming more responsive. If you don't feel much initially, don't be concerned. Consistency is more important than intensity. Over time, daily practice will increase sensitivity in this zone and make the results more noticeable. Keep watching, because in just a bit, I'm revealing the perineum technique that activates your natural blood retention muscle. For best results, work the root zone daily in the morning, ideally before you get out of bed when your body is naturally relaxed. A warm shower is another excellent time, since the heat will have already loosened your tissues and improved blood flow. Over several weeks, this simple but precise technique can retrain your erectile reflexes, helping restore those strong, reliable morning erections you thought were gone. The second point we're targeting isn't actually on the shaft itself, but in a somewhat hidden, frequently overlooked area, the perineum. This is that soft, slightly springy patch of tissue located between your scrotum and your anus. Most men completely ignore it, but when it comes to erection strength and control, it's remarkably powerful. Why? because it sits directly above the bulbospongiosus muscle, a key player in maintaining firmness once you're aroused. The bulbospongiosus is one of the primary muscles in your pelvic floor, responsible for trapping blood inside your penis during an erection. Think of it as your body's natural valve that prevents blood from escaping too quickly. Over time, particularly as you age, this muscle can weaken if it's not actively engaged, making it harder to maintain strong erections. By applying targeted pressure and massage to the perineal spot, you can reflexively activate this muscle, essentially exercising it without even doing a full set of Kegels. To locate it, either sit comfortably in a chair or lie back with your knees slightly apart. Using 2 fingers, your index and middle finger work best. Press gently but firmly into the center of the perineum. You're not pushing hard enough to cause discomfort, just enough to feel the underlying muscle respond. Move your fingers in slow, deliberate circles, staying centered in that optimal spot. As you massage, you might notice subtle sensations developing, perhaps a gentle warmth radiating toward your penis, or a faint pulsing as blood flow increases. That's your pelvic muscles activating and your circulation responding. Spend 2 to 3 minutes here, keeping your touch steady and controlled. For additional benefit, combine this with light pelvic floor exercises like Kegels, either before or after the massage. This combination doesn't just help immediately, it trains the muscle to contract more powerfully during arousal, making your erections feel fuller and more dependable long-term. The perineum might be out of sight, but when it comes to restoring morning vitality, it should never be overlooked. Stay tuned, because next I'm showing you the corona technique that enhances nerve sensitivity for faster arousal response. The third and final point is located at one of the most sensitive regions of male anatomy, right beneath the head of your penis. This is the glans, and more specifically, we're targeting the ring-like ridge where the glans meets the shaft, called the corona. This area contains an extremely dense concentration of sensory nerve endings. These nerves are your body's primary messengers for sending arousal signals to your spinal cord's erection center. When this spot receives stimulation with the right balance of pressure and rhythm, it can enhance nerve responsiveness, making it easier to transition from arousal into a full erection. It's similar to fine-tuning your body's arousal system, so it responds more efficiently when needed. This point works best when the stimulation is controlled. Too much intensity here can overwhelm the nerves and produce the opposite effect. To work this area, gently grasp your manhood with your thumb and forefinger, positioning them on either side of the corona. Lightly compress the ridge and hold for about 5 seconds, then slowly release. Repeat this hold and release pattern for approximately 1 minute, making sure to keep the pressure firm but comfortable. After that, switch to slow circular motions around the entire circumference of the corona, letting your fingers glide just enough to stimulate the nerve endings without causing friction or irritation. This second minute of circular work helps activate the sensory pathways further, encouraging faster signal transmission between your penis and your brain. Over time, consistent stimulation of the corona ring in this moderate rhythmic manner can lead to stronger, more frequent morning erections. You might also notice improved overall sensitivity during intimacy, making arousal feel more natural and spontaneous. Remember, this isn't about overwhelming the nerves. It's about gently reconditioning them to respond the way they did in your younger years. Think of it as a daily reminder to your body of how proper blood flow and nerve coordination should function. Don't stop watching now, because in just a moment, I'm giving you the complete daily routine sequence that combines all 3 points for maximum effectiveness. The best results happen when you treat these 3 points not as separate techniques, but as parts of one intentional routine. Here's the sequence I recommend to my patients for maximum benefit. Begin with the root zone for about 90 seconds, making those small, steady circular motions until you feel the area warm up and respond. Then move to the perineal spot for 2 minutes, pressing and massaging in slow, deliberate circles to activate the pelvic floor and encourage deeper circulation. Finally, finish with the corona ring for another 2 minutes, using that hold and release technique, followed by gentle circular movements to reactivate nerve sensitivity. Done consecutively, this sequence stimulates blood flow, engages muscle support, and sharpens nerve communication. All the essential elements needed for firmer, more reliable morning erections. Now I want to set appropriate expectations. This is not an instant fix that transforms everything overnight. Your body needs time to adapt, to retrain those blood vessels, muscles, and nerves to work together again. However, many of my patients start noticing subtle but encouraging changes within just 2 to 4 weeks. Improved warmth and fullness in the mornings, erections that last somewhat longer, and a general feeling of increased vitality in the pelvic area. For truly lasting improvements, combine this daily pressure point routine with healthy lifestyle habits. Staying well hydrated throughout the day maintains your blood volume and circulation at optimal levels. Keeping your pelvic floor strong with exercises like Kegels adds to the firmness you'll notice from this technique. And don't underestimate the importance of proper nutrition. When you make these steps part of your daily routine, the benefits tend to accumulate and strengthen. The points become more responsive, circulation improves, and your body begins to remember how to function the way it once did. It's about creating an environment where strong, natural erections can occur more easily, and doing it in a way that's safe, medication-free, and completely within your control. Gentlemen, you don't have to accept weaker or disappearing morning erections as simply part of aging. Your body still has the capacity to respond. It just needs the right stimulation and support. By working these 3 points daily, you can retrain your nerves, restore circulation, and bring back that morning confidence without prescriptions or risky procedures. If this information was helpful, make it part of your routine and leave a comment letting me know your results. Write down which of the 3 points you're planning to try first. That helps me understand what content to create next. If you received real value from this video, click the like button right now so YouTube can show this to other men who need it. You could genuinely help someone with a simple click. Share this with a friend who's been struggling with this issue. Sometimes the best thing you can do for a friend is provide information that could make a real difference. If you want more practical men's health strategies that actually work, subscribe now and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video where I'll continue giving you actionable information to improve your health. Until next time, I'm Dr. Jane Miller, reminding you that your sexual health reflects your overall health. Every step you take toward better circulation and muscle tone benefits you in the bedroom and far beyond. Stay strong.